A pleasant day to all my subscribers, my viewers, the obedient family, active citizens, and Nigerians. Thank you for joining me once again. Now, Nigerians are very angry. And as a media person or as a neutral person, let me put it that way, the least you can do is to shut up when you don't have anything to say. Because if you say anything that triggers Nigerians, no matter how high and mighty you are, no matter your age, no matter the age gap or age difference, they will come for you. And I can tell you, the generation of Nigerians that we have, this generation, they don't care about that quote of you must respect elders. They believe that if an elder refuses to respect himself, he is calling for disrespect and should be disrespected. And I totally agree with them. Now, Peter Obi made a statement some few days ago, a tweet where he talked about 4 years alone, a term of 4 years, and then he will be done and he's not going out. And then the whole thing, the Arise TV were actually talking about it, and Ruben Abati decided to pull a line that is not friendly, and Nigerians came for him. Even Rufai today decided to knock him off balance, indirectly tweeting what he said and speaking about it. But I'm going to also be showing you what an Igbo elder said to this effect. Not even somebody close to Peter Obi, somebody from the PDP, but he had this to say. I'm going to be showing you what he said. But this is what we've been talking about. How messed up. How these guys can just twist narrative because they want it, they want to gain some kind of favor. And at the end of the day, what now happened? To what effect? I'm going to be showing you everything and we're going to be talking about it. But before I do that, let me quickly tell you that the Muslims, the northern Muslims in Anambra State have attacked the Muslims that are actually speaking against Peter Obi. Now, let me tell you what is actually happening. Recently, it's like after the whole, with what is happening with the digital summit and all that, there are recruited northerners that are not directly linked to the APC that have been sent to actually gaslight, to actually speak ill about Peter Obi, to bring back some of the evils that they are creating for themselves to use it against him in 2027. And now they are being flogged by the same northerners. That is the first video I'm going to be showing you. Let me show you that, and when I come back, we'll continue. Please watch. Let me just put out a tweet from one of the psycho fans of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, he said, campaigning against Peter Obi in the north will be the easiest task ever. Just remind people he's the Igbo man who governed Anambra, demolished mosques, forced northern Muslims to carry ID cards and promised to hand Nigeria over to the church, and that's it. Now, the northern Muslims in Anambra decided to react. Let me allow you see it.
Talking about Mr. Peter Obi, we are talking about Mr. Peter Obi. Yes, we are talking about a man who lives in his own state. Because I'm not telling you talking to anything. I'm talking to, we ourselves, we become minor Igbo people. We don't call ourselves non-Indian because we didn't put us in that way. In that way, we are not Indian. We are also an Indian because Anambra is Nigeria. So this is our home. Like anywhere we are, this is our home. We don't have anywhere to go. This is where we keep our table, where we lay hands. That's eaten here. When we go see our elders want, we come back to our family. There are things is happening then, which I will never tell lie. God is with me. I will never tell lie. Whatever I say, hereafter I will go and say it again. If I say anything against him that he didn't done it, I know God will not blame me for whatever way he will eat. One. They say Mr. Peter Obi demolish mosque. What I know is Mr. Peter Obi build mosque for us. I believe Mr. Peter Obi build mosque at Onisha, where then people are trying to demolish that mosque. He used his money to renovate it. Then they are accusing him of making the northerners ID card. That when we get ID card before we live in another state. That's a total lie. If you are talking about that one, you go and ask about Imo or Adiaden. That is where the government of that particular area arrested some of people, about 8 or 9, which they put them in prison direct. From that particular week, they said there's no any order that will move without ID card, without his number. That is not Anambra State. We live in Anambra State freely. We move freely. Nobody said anything about that. Today is the fourth time Mr. Peter is here. This is the fourth time. 2 times. The first one, the year end of his government. He came here with Pastor Hussein. I can remember the last year he was at London at the America. The agency called me. They said they are going to plan that breaking fasting with us. I told him that now it is late because it is after 5. Before I call on it and the Navy, it will be late. And today is the last day we are expecting our referendum will finish. So if the referendum finish today, then we expect Salah visit. If we will do it tomorrow, then I will let you go to plan because it's not hard for us to meet. Luckily to us, the person, unfortunate to him, he never participated. I know he wasn't happy then, but we were happy that we finished our fasting. I have to tell you that Mr. Baker, we always pray. This is the man. Only God knows where he's going, but we are hoping to go where we want him to go. And it's for progress for us. We are Nigerians. We in order for us to Anambra, we know better than anybody from us. We want you to appoint or select some people from our communities to be in your political activities so that we have no dispute. This is what I can appeal to you. So you have done a lot to us. We have nothing to say than to pray for you. We have no one to counsel you with. But the only one you can do is just to pray for you. May Allah fulfill all you are doing. May Allah bless you and protect you. Thank you, sir.
Now you've seen it, right? As they are trying to sell propaganda, as they are trying to sell lies, as they are looking for how to frame Peter Obi up, as they are manufacturing new lies to actually throw at him, sending their media uchins to actually regularly discredit the man. I can tell you that the truth is countering the lies, because trust me, the obedience are even more violent than they are. The obedience are more resilient than they are. The obedience are not waiting for any form of stipends, 20k or whatever to do the job. The obedience are digging out evidences, bringing it out, and rubbing it on their faces and telling them that, look, you cannot come here with this lie is not going to work. And that is why, as they are trying to bring back the issue of, Peter Obi destroyed mosques in Anambra as a governor, Peter Obi chased Muslims, Peter Obi told Muslims to go and get an ID card. The Muslims are the ones they are using now to counter them. Fellow Muslims that have been there for a very long time, I say, no, you can't bring up this narrative here, because we know this man. This man has not done anything. This man treated us really nicely. This man did well by us. And the reality is now what everybody's seeing. So at the end of the day, even when they will, at the end of the day, they will lose, because all the payment they don't do, all the movement, we know say they are deliberately using the media, using all those social media influencers, using all those supporters of the APC, finding a way to make sure that they are at the top of bigotry, gaslighting, lies, deception, propaganda. But anytime they come up with those antics, they will fail, because the obedience are relentless. Nigerians are seeing the truth. The real leader, the Decian, everybody know who really gets the people for mind. They know. And Peter Obi still came back to talk about his 4 years. Single term. He came back to talk about it. He said, look, a lot of you will not believe, because naturally politicians have played with your mindsets and everything. But I tell you, 4 years is enough to actually deal with this. Now, let me show you what one of the elder statesmen said about Peter Obi. I'll show you what Rufai said to indirectly to Abati, and then 1 or 2 reactions from Nigerians, and when I come back, we'll wrap this up. Now, this is what Rufai tweeted after Abati's attack on Peter Obi. He said, some now think they know how the North will vote. When it's convenient, they are so quick to say the civil war isn't over. Yet they are the ones that preach unity. They preach competence, but when they see competence, they preach racism and tribal sentiments. Now, Abati was the person that actually said the civil war is not over. Abati was the one that was saying, using tribe, religion, the sentiments of tribe and all that. Now, let me give you just 2 replies from Obedience, and then I'll show you the video. Now, an Obedient tweeted, he said, "Nice one, fearless Rufai. Your colleague goofed big time today. It's obvious at Abati is an ethnic bigot. He went too far and stooped so low beyond. He brought the bar of Arise TV down. He brought the bar of Arise TV down. The Arise in-house guest and your colleagues ridiculed themselves today. A new Nigeria is possible." The Nigerian citizen tweeted, he said, "Dear Ruben Abati, you are very stupid. A sick old man with 0 brains in his skull. Only God knows how you managed to get a doctorate. And I need to know the institution, so I will never need to associate with it." I can tell you the insults were just very many. Let me just leave it here and put the video.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most people, the elite, the so-called educated, tend to forget that the Constitution says 4-year term. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives you a 4-year term. So that Constitution presumes that in 4 years, you should be able to make an impression, an impactful, impression on your society. It's only when you do very, very well and you desire for a second term that you ask for a second term, which they may or may not give you. Because there are many places in this country where people zone offices just for 4 years. You do and somebody else goes. It doesn't mean that you must finish what you started, but if you have a project that is good and somebody else comes in, he will finish it. And I give you an example. If you come into Enugu now, we have one of the best governors in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Most of the projects abandoned over the past 16, 20 years. Coming to Enugu is like you're entering London. Beautiful. You can see how the governor is, rehabilitating and finishing all the projects. So, in effect, Peter saying that he will do 4 years, I think it is sacrosanct. It's, by all standards in Nigerian politics, is a very honest person, a good Christian. He doesn't talk from both sides of his mouth. So I believe him that he will do it in 4 years. Anybody. If you discuss, I would like people to have him on television on this Arise platform. And if you listen to him, you will see and believe that he will do everything he wants to do, maybe not 100%, in 4 years. That's what the Constitution presupposes. That if they felt that you can't do most things you have pledged to do in 4 years, they would have said giving it 5 or 6 years. So Peter hasn't said anything out of point. It's his belief that in 1 year you should be able to do proper analysis, even before you come into office. Do a proper analysis for what your vision is and how to implement that vision. The only thing that people have a vision of stealing money, and all the time they are thinking of how to steal that money, and not anything that will be impactful to the common people.
Now you've seen it, right? This is a serious issue. I don't know why if Peter Obi speaks, it rattles the whole establishment. I can tell you that this 4-year single term whole thing has become the centerpiece of discussion, both on the print, both on the electronic, both on the social media space. Everybody's speaking about it because Peter Obi threw it. Peter Obi spoke about it, and everybody, after they attacking him, it has become a conversation that everybody wants to give his own 2 cents on. We've seen Bayo Nonuga reply. We've seen the APC Uchins, Festus Keyamo, everybody coming to talk about it. Some of them said even though they give them the Bible, they will swear that Peter Obi cannot do that. And the truth is, the man just, anytime the man speaks, there's something about him that used to make them very uncomfortable. The moment he says something, other opposition leaders can say a thing. Amechi said the same thing. Nobody attack him. And nobody come for Amechi. Peter Obi don't talk, and it has become so loud, everybody is dragging it everywhere. And then you can see how a double standard man behaves. Today you are here, you are neither cold nor hot. You are just, I think you are just there for whoever pays you better. Because this is a man that tomorrow is talking against Tinubu, next tomorrow is talking standing for Atiku, he's just a confused character. And we know him, he's a politician. He has failed woefully in politics. It's not the first time, and that is why he's sitting down there doing that miserable job. But at the end of the day, thank God we have people that will continually counter their lies, attack them. They say, oh, the obedience are very, very violent. The obedience don't have respect. The obedience don't do this one. It is when you don't know how to bridle your tongue. When you don't know how to bridle your tongue, they come for you. You start talking, looking for respect. Talking about respect everywhere. If you know how to bridle your tongue, nobody will attack you. Don't come for our principle. Because Nigerians are tired. Nigerians are frustrated. They are angry. Hunger everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. We have somebody sitting in the seat of power that what they do is just to lie and deceive. Nothing coming out of that place. So when, instead of you to pay attention to the failures that is up there and the consistent, deception and lies, anytime Peter Obi talks, that is when you see them. That's when they find their orgasms. And that is why Rufai is questioning him. That is why Nigerians are attacking him. Look at a Nigerian calling him completely stupid. Because you have made yourself like that, so they will call you like that. You know what people they face? You know even better? You know what Nigerians are facing? The reality on the streets. You just come and you are talking. Peter will be here, Peter will be everything, Peter will be know the rest. Anytime Peter will be is everything. In fact, they pay attention to Peter Obi than they pay attention to Tinubu. Peter Obi talks, everybody want to reply. Peter Obi goes somewhere, everybody want to react. The moment Peter Obi just raise head, they pay attention. Once they finish the talk, they'll start looking for loopholes. And the funny thing is that the more they try, the more they fail. Because I can tell you, obedience can match them aura for aura. In fact, obedience have more stronger strength than them. We are more stronger than them in every aspect. So let nobody deceive you. Let nobody think we are not afraid. We've never been and we cannot be. That is just the truth. Now let me just drop it here, guys. Please drop your comments in the comment section. Really love to hear from you. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you for watching this video. Have a blessed remaining part of your day. I'll see you next time.